Alright, we're going to be looking at Cuppa, who's going to be playing tank on Junkertown. It's going to be Winston and then Rammatra and Zarya. This is Diamond 5. I think it's on PC. Please let me know what I did right and what I did wrong. Really looking to improve. Also, I'd really appreciate if only people higher ranked than me give input. Thanks in advance for the help. So I'm GM on tank, so you have your wish. I would say that I wouldn't necessarily discount feedback from people who are not higher ranked than you. I mean, people who are the same rank or lower rank than you might still be able to spot errors with your gameplay. So I wouldn't be so elitist about advice. Advice, just evaluate advice on its own merits. Don't necessarily focus too much on who it's coming from. Just be like, does this advice make sense? Yes, great, cool, good advice. Okay, so this is not going to be a full review. Only a partial mini one, which is kind of my general trend lately. We're going to watch three different moments in this game. Number one is we're going to watch your Winston on defense on first point, and then number two, we're going to watch your Rammatra play, trying to capture third point on offense, and then we're going to watch your Zarya play in the final fight, because all three of them I think have interesting teaching opportunities beyond improving your mechanics and micro decision making. So for starters, Winston's not a particularly popular choice on Junkertown on defense. I would say you have very long sight lines, and it's really hard to use the high ground against them because their spawn is right here, and they can shoot you really easily. You can get poked out, and your team isn't necessarily going to be able to heal you. It's not impossible by any means, especially in low diamond, but something to think about. So there already is a Widow. You have to clock that. Nothing you can do about it other than occasionally poking her. There's Genji. Great. Excellent. You're really, really good against Genji. Or one of the best tanks in the game. In fact, the best tank in the game against Genji. So you see, okay, they have a Sigma now. Again, you see, you're not really doing a lot in this situation. You're not slowing down the card at all. You're not putting any pressure. You're not forcing anybody to even really look at you. If they wanted to go target your soldier right now, they easily could. They're attacking you because you're easy, and they're farming you for ult charge. That's why they're attacking you right now. So not great. Again, you're forcing the Kiriko to non-stop heal you. You go in, and for the record, what you do differently, I would probably just full-on hide versus taking all this chip damage, because I don't want to have to take this much damage, A, and give that ult charge away, B, I don't want my Kiriko to tunnel vision and exclusively heal me and then get headshot. Right? Every single time she tries to heal you is a possibility that she might lose focus and get killed by the Widow, and I don't want that. So I might just straight up, after I'm confirmed, okay, it's Sigma, I hide here, wait for the cart to get here, then go on point and start engaging. The good news is their comp does not do well against you. While the map design is anti-Winston for you, I would say their comp can do almost nothing against you. So you going in right now, if you have full health, there's nothing they can do to stop you from delaying this cart. So you go in. The jump is bad, just from a mechanics perspective. You should be landing slightly behind the Genji, instead of slightly in front of him. So you see how you're landing to the left? He's obviously not going to be walking forwards, right? If he walks forward, then you're just going to kill him because he has to retreat back to his team once you dive him. So you see how you land to the left? You see how your splash does almost no damage to him because it's the very edge of the circle, versus if you landed right here, you pop bubble, you do 50, well, it should have been charge right click, right? So that's 50 damage, plus the landing damage. If you land directly on him, that's 50, plus melee. For the animation cancel, that's 130 damage instantly when you land on him, if you did it correctly. Instead, he's only taking 50 damage. So you're doing only about a third of the damage that you should be, right? Not great. Also, you're going in, missing 220 health, which is really bad. You're extremely low here. You barely dodge this rock. Honestly, he should have hit you with that. And then you put bubble down. At this point, you need to bubble dance, right? You get super scared. You really should be able to last longer than that. And if you had more health, you would be able to. But unfortunately, because you started the fight low, you get spooked and you end up leaving. And the thing right here is nobody's putting pressure on the Widow, right? No one's even looking because, again, everyone is dead focused on you. You see the Mercy actually came over to heal you in this situation, right? Mercy's originally pocketing Ashe. Mercy sees you go in. Mercy sees how low you are. You see the Mercy's going to go around the corner to try to heal you instead of staying with the Ashe. Does it make a big difference? It doesn't in this fight, but in general, it's really bad for the Mercy to not be pocketing the Ashe. So maybe if the Mercy was pocketing the Ashe would have poked this angle or poked this angle or something else. I don't know. But I'm just noting is that your mistakes have forced your team to do a bunch of things that are wrong. So heal here. I would have done the short jump right now. I would have done the short jump into the Genji. I wouldn't have reloaded either, right? Do the short jump and immediately force him to dash. He doesn't even have dash. Actually, you might have just straight up killed him here if you did the short jump. So In general, I don't know that we haven't seen a lot of jumps out of you so far, but I'm pretty sure you don't actually know how to do any of the jumps. Like I feel like you only know one jump, right, which is the normal distance jump. I don't think you know how to do short jump or extra long jump, for example. I will link those guides. Uh, yeah, so something to think about. So you're zapping the Genji. So the Sigma's pushing, and we notice the card's going to push non-stop here. Looking at your bubble, right? Again, you get super low here. Really unfortunate. You really don't want to use this bubble. This is like a defensive bubble, which is not going to do very much. You see how everyone's just kind of staying away from the bubble? So you can't do anything with this. One of the things I use as a barometer for like how well I'm doing with a bubble is if you do 0 to 50 damage with a bubble, like the bubble allows you to only get 50 damage before it breaks or you have to leave the bubble, that's a terrible bubble, right? 50 to 100 is a bad bubble. 100 to 150, okay, that's like probably standard damage to do with a bubble. 150 to 200, good damage, right? That's like a good bubble. Over 200 damage with the bubble, great. Like if you can do that consistently, you're almost assuredly going to win the game. I like cannot imagine losing a game where I'm doing like over 200 damage every single bubble that I pop. This way I don't like die while getting it, right? Which shouldn't happen if the bubble survives the 200 damage. So that bubble only popped for like 50-ish damage. So we can see it's not a good bubble, right? So we watch again. Go right here, you pop a bubble, you've done 0 damage so far. You start zapping the Genji. You don't even get 50 damage on him, you get like 20 damage on this before the bubble breaks. So that's really bad, right? Damage is pressure. If you're not doing damage as Winston, that's not applying pressure. If you don't apply pressure, you will lose the game. You drop into the Sigma and start zapping him. Again, not a great option to go for the tank, even though he's like a little overextended here. The reality is you don't have the damage to kill him. So... and like the supports are right here. He's like kind of overextended. If you had bubble and you could bubble him off, yeah, maybe you can get the kill here. But without bubble, I don't think that this is going to happen. You jump straight up in the air. You try to do a right click when you land. You really do not want to land on the Sigma, and frankly, you don't even want to land necessarily on them in this situation. I also would have turned my head in the air. Because this is another example where like you're doing bad jumps consistently. Like you don't have the mechanics for good jumps. Also look at the Genji, which should be more of your priority. You're going to see the Genji to your top left start engaging your team. Okay, so watching from your perspective, looking, right? You did this like bad jump right away. You should have gone for this Genji who dashed in and didn't get a kill. This is an easy kill for you right now. Like you jump in the Genji, he instantly dies. Right? The Genji only has what, 80 health? Yeah, 86 health. Instant kill here, right? With landing plus melee plus like 6 damage from your zap or anyone else, the Genji dies instantly, right? Now he's got less than 50 health, instant death. That's really your job, right? It's not your job to kill the Sigma, right? As Winston, not your job to deal with Sigma. Like you just need to kill the rest of his team, and then your team will kill the Sigma. You cannot be in charge of killing the Sigma. You just don't have the tools to do it, unless he's like really overextended. So we're gonna see another jump here. Actually, first let's track battle. Okay, so how much damage you get this bubble so far? 0, 0, 0. This damage is not related to the bubble at all, but sure, we'll add it. That's like 40 damage there, maybe, if that. So another really bad bubble. So you're zapping the shield for some reason. Again, another good example of where this is a bad jump. If you did want to jump the Genji here, it should be a short, quick jump into the Genji. I'm doing the mechanics instinctively, right? Instead, this really bad jump. You see how long it takes you to land? So another really bad jump. Genji's low, right? You get rocked. You should have bubble danced that. And then... you're gonna zap here. Okay, cool. Again, you want to go for backline. Great. You know the Mercy Guardian Angel. This should be an easy kill. I don't know why you jumped right now. So when Mercy's trying to GA past you, just step in front of her. Just stay in front of her and body block her. You don't need to get this close to her because you're about to reload your gun anyway. So you don't need to melee kill. You just need to zap, zap, zap as she flies through. Zap melee and then kill her. So this is just a mechanical failure. Wait, what just happens here? She slingshots. Wow, that's hella good movement. Okay, well, I understand the Mercy getting away there. I think you... yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's like, I didn't even know Mercy could do that. So, we'll take it. I don't really understand. Actually, I want to watch this. How did she do this 180? Did she fly? Yeah, wow, cool. I was not aware that movement could work like that. Anyway, you try to finish off the the Sigma. I sort of understand this. He's like reasonably low here, but not that low. He's only about like 200. Unlikely you would get the kill here. It would have been way better to kill the Ana right now. So we continually see like a target priority problem. You're attacking this tank over and over again because you think the tank will die. Tanks will not die if supports are alive, unless the supports are LOS somehow. Right? Kill the supports. You see no one's dealing with the Ana. Ana's basically nearly capped out by herself, and she's going to cap this, and when she caps this, none of this fight matters anyway. So, again, watching this back from a vertical view, I want to pay attention to the cart. All right. Ultimately, nothing matters if the cart is not being stopped, which doesn't mean jump to the cart necessarily, right? It can mean kill the team around the cart, but if the cart never stops moving, then nothing you're doing is going to make a difference. Okay? They're basically capping at full speed. So we see the cart constantly moving forwards, right? Moving forwards, moving forwards, moving forwards, moving forwards. Right now it gets actually jammed up a little bit, but again, you should kill the Ana when you jump back in. Going for the Sigma, right? Sigma doesn't die. You should have really killed the Ana, who nobody could have healed. And then the card keeps moving, and then you lose. So overall, your Winston play on first point is not good. On an A to F scale, I would say like a D plus. You did some things, you stayed alive, but other than that, like you really weren't getting much damage in. I think your bubbles were bad. I think you weren't focusing the right people, and I think your jump mechanics need a lot of work. And I will link you the jump guides. I would also encourage you in general just to look at kind of Winston gameplay guides. I have one that I will link for you. I think that you would benefit more from like kind of watching those and trying to read like when are the right times to go in, because I would have feasted on this lineup. I would have opened Winston on this map, but if I were you, I would have totally like dominated their team. Like they would never have moved the cart past like here until they changed their lineup against me, because nobody in their team can hurt me. Right? Not the Ana, not the Sigma, not the Genji, not the Widow, not the Mercy. Like, none of them can stop Winston. So I would just constantly be hammering them with damage and force them to rotate to another hero to eventually stop me. Okay, so that's Winston. So after that, I think defense goes fine. Right? Not ideal, but you hold them to short of the point. So offense goes pretty well. You roll through the first 2 points, and then you get into a really common situation, which is you're attacking final point, and you have 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Great time. Excellent time, right? This is almost as fast as you could possibly do it if they weren't even contesting it at all. I don't think you lose a single team fight. You're going to get jammed up here really, really badly. Okay, you lose this team fight. Okay, no big deal. Gate's closed. Now, this is where teams get screwed up so badly, which is they get stuck here and unable to move in. Additionally, the opposing team is double downing on holding this choke, right? They're committing to this because they're running Symmetra. Once you get the cart to here, the Symmetra is irrelevant, right? Because where's she going to put turrets? Like, they're not going to do anything. So they're really, really keyed in on making sure that you cannot get through this choke, and they're going to be very successful at it. So you're still running Rammatra here. You can see you're making a big mistake going in this early. Like, you make a huge mistake just trying to run in here, and this is going to botch your entire first push. Okay, you've already wasted shield, you wasted Nemesis just to stay alive, which is always a mistake. I mean, obviously dying is even more of a mistake, but being forced to use Nemesis to stay alive is always a mistake. And then you're forced back into this choke, and now you see that 4 of you are stuck in the low ground in 1 doorway. The way that you get through this is that you use the 4 possible doorways. Well, actually, there's actually 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 doorways, use all 5 of them. And at a minimum, use left and right. Okay? If you're using only one side, often people try to stream out through here. That's where you get rolled and get held up. And it's your job to split up from your team and take a different angle that works. So again, you're jammed up here. The thing is, you're never going to get out of this choke. Like, on the team, I have no fear that you're ever going to get out of the choke. As soon as you get through, you see Genji gets nanoed, goes through, but the problem is turrets are up, holding back your team. The enemy team is just pocketing your Bastion. This is a good example why targets that are pocketed by supports do not die, okay? This is a nanoed Genji who cannot kill the Bastion because there is an Ana and a Mercy healing the Bastion. It takes him forever to do it. Finally, he gets 2 kills. Unfortunately, the rest of your team has died. So what does it matter? Because again, the turrets /Sim/Sigma, just too much splash, right? Too much good choke control, you get killed. Fine. You still have 3 minutes and 18 seconds. You put up shields super early. You see your team is not here, right? Again, this poking does nothing. You should have saved the shield for when you actually were going to come out the choke. You're still coming from the exact same angle. Nobody's coming from left. They have these turrets set up over here. Again, spam. You managed to get a kill because the Sim's out of position, so this should be pushable, but you're super low because you didn't wait for your supports. Right? Again, you're just trying to spam from here. Your supports are finally coming back right now. You're going to push through. Sim wall is up, which means you have to play your side of the wall. The problem is Bastion ulti has gone off. But the thing is, you forced 2, now 3 ultis. This is Sigma Flux forced out. Great, this is fine. Like, you forced 3 ultis. Just hold your ultis, come back, win next fight. Okay, this is good. Like, this is what ult economy is all about. Unlikely to win this fight, that's fine. So, that that was a good push. Like, even though you didn't actually succeed at taking it, that was a good push because you forced 3 ultimates out, right? Now your team has ult advantage, right? You have 2 ultimates right now. You're going to build Valk in the middle of this fight. All they have is Nano. So this should be the time we fight. You also set up left, you set up right, cool. You start going forwards, you can kill the sim, right? Great, you force out purple, just chill, right? Chill, block, hold, right? Just chill, 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 chill. That's fine. Don't punch here. Definitely do not punch. Just chill. So now's your opportunity to think about whether or not to push, okay? Because they don't have grenade, because you saw grenade used on yourself. They don't have sleep. You would have heard the sleep, okay? You do have ultimate right now that you could pop conceivably, and you know that they don't have any other ultimates except for Nano or Valk, right? Because you saw the 3 other ones be used in the previous fight. So this is the opportunity for you to push super aggressively, right? Super aggressively. So if Sin wants to do this, that's fine, right? Vortex, so I would have broken the shield first. As a general rule, I don't think you shoot Sigma shield enough. So you slow down here. 1. The problem is, as soon as this happens, things are going to get kind of awry. I have to immediately pop Nemesis. Yeah, so the thing is, this is kind of your Ana misplaying, so she should not have been this far up, but your shield should have been this far back either, right? You see how you put the shield too far back? You should have put the shield over here, which allows you to run into it. A shield that you immediately run through is a mistake. It's Rammatra, right? Again, coming as a Rammatra main in GM, this shield is bad. If you put the shield up here, the whole fight is different, because then your Ana never gets spammed to death right now. And then, if she lives, you had Nemesis, you pop Nemesis, you walk through, punch, punch, then you pop Annihilation if you need to, everyone dies. See? So, you get through. Again, without an Ana, the odds of you winning this fight are very, very low. And then you walk through into Bastion and you end up dying. So, unfortunate. You end up switching to Zarya, which I think was a good switch as well. I think that's fine. And you're going to push. Okay. So, now let's pay attention to final fight. So, final fight, right? 40 seconds. This is probably your last fight. You're backing off, which is a mistake. You should be jamming up the doors, which is what your Reaper is doing. Again, not your job to move the cart. Don't worry about it. Just pin them back, right? Force them to not be able to set up here. Going backwards right now is a mistake. Yes, there's a Tracer going behind you. You have 3 people behind you, right? You have the Mercy, you have the Ana, and you have the Soldier. They will kill the Tracer, right? You just have to trust that Tracer is not going to win the 1-on-3, and you have to stay up here, support your Reaper, and bog up the enemy team, right? You know what they were doing to you at your choke? You want to do it now to their doorway, their spawn doorway. So you stay out of line of sight. Here, again, right? I think, actually, let's play it back from here. So you bubble right here. So I stay here, right? 68 ammo, just keep shooting, right? Great. I still stay up here. Keep attacking, break the Sigma shield, right? Sigma shield breaking, keep it zapping them, right? Prevent them from setting up. Because in particular, I don't want the Bastion to be able to walk to point and then pop Assault Form. Like, if he pops Assault Form right here, he walks on the point, kills everybody. But if I force him to pop Assault Form here, he's not going to do anything. I just run around the corner and that's it. Right? That's the perspective, is I have to force them to use cooldowns way before. You're not even good at killing Tracer, right? Like, Tracer's not a good hero for Zarya to be killing because he's so evasive. And again, because you don't play up, Reaper's going to pop ulti here. I don't think this is a great ulti, but I think that you definitely could have saved him because you have a bubble right now, right? You could have saved Reaper with this ulti, with this bubble, sort of. But you could have probably done a ton of damage. The Sigma can't, if he walks past you, just kill the backline. Kill the Ana, kill the Mercy, kill whomever, right? Let the Sigma go. Like, you can't kill Sigma solo if he's being pocketed anyway, as we already discussed. So just kill the backline right now. Force Bastion to do Assault Form right here. And then he never walks onto this point and pops it. Right? Now he's popped. Now you're in big trouble. So they're going to grab you. Your team's going to grab you. Or, sorry, nano you. And this fight is still winnable. Right? This fight is still winnable right now. So you have 90% ulti. Who do you target here? Right? Sigma, Bastion, Mercy, Ana, or Tracer? Well, obviously not Tracer. She's really far away and she's really evasive. Not the Sigma. He's already nanoed. You're going to do half damage to him, and he's a tank, so you don't want to target him. Bastion, maybe, but only if other people are focusing him down as well. Ideally, I want to kill the supports quickly, right? Kill the supports, kill the Bastion, right? Then kill the Sigma or Tracer, whoever's left. Instead, what do? You shoot the nanoed Sigma, and you're not even doing a good job shooting him. Okay, look at the tracking here. Like, this is a critical, like, clutch, gotta have it moment. This fight is winnable. Like, I swear, if I was playing Zarya right now with 90% ult charge, 100 energy, even down 2 players, this fight is 100% winnable, right? Just with decent mechanics and good decision making. So look at the Sigma tracking. Again, this is 20% tracking at most, probably more like 10% at this point. All right, you reload. So you've wasted almost the entire nano right now and done nothing with it, even though Zarya does 170 damage during Nano. Sorry, at 100 energy charge, right? She does 170 damage per second with Beam. Nano increases damage 50%, which means she's going to do 255. So you will kill a 200 health hero in 1 second, less than 1 second. So there is no excuse for you to not be killing anyone. Even the Bastion you can kill right now almost instantly with Nano, right? Totally fine to kill the Bastion right now with Nano. So you waste almost the entire Nano. Now you're finally going for the Bastion. You should grab this right away. Grab right there, grab the Mercy back into it, and kill the supports. Instead, you're slow on the grab. You go on the Ana. Ana's dead. You're looking around. My perspective would be to look for the Mercy. Right? I see all the Mercy to the left. Chase down the Mercy. Right? Forget Bubble. I don't need Bubble right now. I'm not injured. Just kill the Mercy. See? Now Mercy goes over to res the Bastion. You could have just been right here. Kill the Mercy instantly before she get that res off. You failed to do so, which means the Bastion gets resed. And at this point, even though Sigma's low, Bastion pops tank form, and then you die. So, lots of things you could do mechanically better as Zarya. I just don't think that you feel comfortable with the decision making, the target priority, and the tracking aspect of Zarya. And we're not even talking about more advanced stuff like trying to use right click to try to finish kills a little earlier to like super optimize. But yeah, I mean, I think you can see there's a lot you could have done better in the final fight, and I think that was in fact actually winnable, even at that stage, considering everything else that kind of went wrong. Okay, cool. I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this mini review, again, not a full review, was helpful.